Welcome back to my kitchen and for another Can Bake With Me. As you can see, this one is a Halloween special because the Wednesday upload this week is the day before Halloween, and yes, it's probably too late for you to think about this for Halloween, but if you're having a party on Saturday, you can try out these cupcakes. So last time I did one of these, I made something that was tried and tested that I've done hundreds and hundreds of times. Today we are trying something new, and this could go very, very wrong. I'm sure that'll be highly entertaining for you all. So today we are going to be making white chocolate ghost cupcakes, and they're supposed to look something like that. But who knows what mine will look like? Woo! This recipe, annoyingly, just says make a vanilla cupcake. It's got no ingredients or anything like that, so I had to find a different recipe. So what I'll do is I'll add the links to all the recipes that I'm using to make this final thingy. I don't know how long these will stay on because they're not very comfortable, but we'll do our best. This is me trying to be on, I don't know, fit in with what's going on in the year. So let's get started. So I'm just going to use a BBC Good Food recipe because they tend to be the ones that are easiest to follow and work best. So in the bowl there's 120 grams of caster sugar and 120 grams of butter. The recipe will ask for vanilla extract, and I was given some of this vanilla sugar, so I'm trying that today. So I've just taken out the 8 grams of caster sugar to put that sugar in, but as I say, 120 grams of caster sugar, 120 grams of butter, and then you will put the vanilla extract in, but I'll let you know when that happens. And then these have just got to be creamed together, so I'm using my handy mixer because I love it. So the butter and the sugar have been creamed together, and then we need to add an egg to this and then beat that in. So you just need one egg, and then that will be beaten. That will go in. We'll beat that in. I hate getting egg on my hands. It's my least favourite bit about baking. Ew. Next you add the flour, and you want self-raising flour for this one, and it's the same amount as the sugar and the butter, so it's 120 grams. I always do it in a separate bowl so then I can sieve it in, or sift it in. I really never know what word I'm supposed to say for that one. Please, someone tell me. Got my flour, that now goes in to the rest of the mixture. Ooh, snowstorm. And that gets folded in. And you've got to try not to send it all out the bowl like I just did. I forgot to say that when you add the egg, that's when you would add the vanilla extract, but obviously, as I said, I've used that sugar packet, so I'm not adding it in today. Your oven should be on, for me it's gas mark 4, but that's 180 degrees C. Next is getting the mixture into the cases. So normally it would be the paper cases, but I have silicone ones, so I like to use. So then I can just wash them up and use them again. These are quite big compared to normal paper cases, so although the recipe says to make 6 to 12, I'm going to assume I'm going to be on the lower amount. Start with the spoon each. I don't know an easy way of doing this. I always get it all over my fingers. I'm trying to end up with more cake on my fingers than I do in the cake cases. And obviously you gotta try and smooth them out a bit so that they actually rise in a fairly normal shape. But as you can see, mine aren't that attractive. So, see how they come out. So then these go in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. My oven's a little bit rubbish, so I'm going to probably leave them in for 13 and then check them and then put them in for a bit longer if they need it. So they're out the oven, they've risen alright. They look a bit odd, dimply, and I'm wondering whether this is because of the sugar. But now I've just got to let them cool. And once they're cool, we'll make the chocolate buttercream that will go on top. The cakes are cool. Now I need to make some chocolate buttercream. Again, the recipe I've got comes from BBC Good Food. But this makes 10 to 12 cakes, so I'm going to halve it because I've only got 6. So the first thing I've got to do is melt the chocolate. I'm going to do it lazily and I'm going to do it in the microwave because I just can't be faffed to do it over the bain-marie thing on the hob. So let's get on with that one then. So the chocolate's melted. Apparently I've got to leave that to cool for 5 minutes. So I'm currently just putting the icing sugar in the bowl. So I need 200 grams of icing sugar, and then with that I'm going to add in 100 grams of butter. So the icing sugar and the butter are together. The recipe told me to smoosh them together with a fork. Don't really know why. Before, you know, using a whisk or something. My electric one here. I don't know why, but it's asked for it, so I'm going to give it a go and see what happens. But it's really hard to do one-handed, so I'm going to have to put you down. But I'm going to smush it together with a fork for a bit and then use the electric whisk to get it all together. So that's all mixed together. It's so much quicker with one of these. It used to take me hours to just get that with this amount of mixture as well, without the whisk. So next I need to add in 2.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder, the melted chocolate I've got over here. There's a pinch of salt, and then mix again until smooth. Oh, and I've got to add in some milk. A tablespoon of milk. So I will come back to you when it's all done. So that's it all mixed together. I was expecting it to be a bit darker, if I'm honest, but actually seems to taste okay. So now we got to get this onto that. This is where I'm gonna completely mess up, probably. So I will let you watch this because it will probably be funny. Right, I have no technique and no piping bag. So we're going to go with the trusty spoon and finger method and hope that we don't completely mess this up. This is the bit that I always dread when it comes to cakes. Decoration. Because I can't do it. Not neatly anyway. Come on, spread around, thank you. Thankfully it's just me and Pete eating these though, so if they look rubbish, it's fine, because as I say, the cake should taste okay. It's just a plain vanilla one that I can. It's fairly simple. This is just chocolate buttercream, so I let it try a little bit and it tastes fine. So, although this is not going too badly. It's not going too badly. I think I've made way too much buttercream for my 6 cakes. So, maybe some bowl licking after this, but I'm sure it'll make myself feel really sick. So I could have quartered that mixture because there's a lot left. And I'm a bit worried this is now death by frosting, but they are now at least got buttercream on them. So now we have to do the, you know, proper decorating bit. You can see how wonderfully I do this bit. So You can only imagine what's going to happen. Right, so the next bit is to make it look like the ghosts are coming out of the ground. Which means I need to cover these bad boys in chocolate sprinkles. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that without getting chocolate sprinkles everywhere, but I'm hoping that by putting them on a baking tray on a baking parchment, I can then reuse some of the sprinkles. So we'll see what happens. That'll do, or do you think I need more than that? I think that'll be fine. I'm going to go with that. These aren't actually called chocolate sprinkles. It's surprising how difficult it was to find chocolate sprinkles. I actually got these from Sainsbury's in the end. And they're known as chocolate vermicelli, which I thought was a bit odd. People on Bake Off make this kind of thing look really easy. I enjoy the whole, baking and eating. I just don't like decorating. And it's so fiddly and faffy. So they've all been sprinkled. Some of them better than others. Right, now I have to make the ghosts that go in them. And that is the main bit that I am worried about. But it's the bit that makes it Halloween. Woohoo! Icing sugar will damage jeans. So what it's telling me is that I need to melt the chocolate, white chocolate this is. So line the baking sheet with a non-stick mat or baking parchment paper. I'm just going to use the same paper that I was using for the sprinkles. Green, less waste and all of that. Microwave the white chocolate 30-second intervals, stirring in between until melted and smooth, like we did with the milk chocolate then, so that's fine. Use the back of the spoon to spread the chocolate into ghosts. Right, let's give this a whirl, shall we? So, it doesn't give me any amount of chocolate, doesn't give me any grammage, which is really helpful. I think I'm going to start with about 2 rows. Let's see where we go from there. This could go very, very wrong. No, Faye, you're supposed to microwave it. We need big ghosts or little ghosts? I'm going to make little ghosts. Not confident at all with this. Apparently they're supposed to have eyes. I'm not sure my ghosts are going to have eyes. Maybe I could use some chocolate vermicelli. Excuse all the mess. Not only do I have a lot of washing up, got a lot of sorting to do. Right, plonk bit, make a ghost with the back of the spoon. I'm not sure how I'm going to get these off the piece of baking paper. My ghosts are very uneven. I don't want them to get stuck together, so. I guess when you think about Casper and the Friendly Ghost though, you've got Fatso and you've got Stinky and you've got Stretch, then none of them are the same size, so That's what we're going with. They're Casper's uncles. I don't have mini chocolate chips for eyes. So I'll have to wing it with some vermicelli. So here are my ghosts. So I have no idea how I'm supposed to be getting these off the doodah. But now we need to let them cool completely. So it's so much later since I last spoke to you. My little white chocolate ghosts have been in the fridge. So hopefully they're now all set and I can get them in these cakes. So I'll tilt you back down again so you can see how this goes. I'm a bit worried about how I actually get them in the cake without breaking them. So wish me luck. I think I've said that about 6 times during this cake making. As I said, it's much later, which is why it's so dark in here now, because I've got to do it by actual light bulb light, and the one in this corner's gone. So, right, Mr. Ghosty has come off. So let's see if I can actually get, oh, that goes, hey, that's not that bad. That's not too bad. These have come out way better than I anticipated. That one's got a bit of monogram. Oh, that one's lost a bit of its head. Let's hide that hole. Out the kitchen, Jeffy. I'll add a picture of what they're supposed to look like, and I showed you at the beginning. So that's coming now. And here are mine. I'm actually quite impressed with that. And this one's lost a bit of its head, but they're all right, really, aren't they? They're quite sweet. Happy Halloween from me and my little ghosties coming out at the ground. We're going to say goodbye. Hope that you have a good Halloween. And be safe. Stay away from all the ghosts and the ghoulies. And I'll see you in the next upload. And yeah, give them a thumbs up if you like this video and you like my cakes. Comment if there's anything that you want me to attempt. Subscribe if you haven't already. So thank you for coming along with me during this little baking adventure. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.